Second set, bitches. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ranch here, pretty on second commentary. Well, this is the second set. I got Deja Vu alongside me as well. Jaedong against Cal. Kind of having this all on one vid, and they're all kind of integrate together. It's kind of funky. So it's going to be on Fighting Spirit. This time we're going to have Jaedong at the lower right hand as the blue Zerg. We're going to have Cal at the upper right hand as the purple Protoss. And Cal playing sloppy. Definitely. Sloppy is the word for Cal right now. Mr. Sloppy in the first set. I'm really hoping he can pull Mr. Sloppy because he has... The play he watches, he's always impressive. Particularly, I love to watch his PvZ because he gets that ground army up. When he gets that ground army up, he has beautiful ground army control. And he's also a player that doesn't skimp on the Corsairs. You get so many Protoss players these days just skimp on Corsairs, get one, maybe two. Cal, he decides, no, I need 5, 6 Corsairs because they need to make sure that there are overlords dying throughout the entire game. And I really respect him for that, but at the same time, he's playing against Jaedong, so every overlord kill he can get, he needs it. Jaedong pretty much absolutely crushing him in that first set, and he needs to pick up his play considerably. Really needs to go unsloppy.
Yeah, he pretty much was schooling Cal there, point after point, every phase of the game. He did absolutely phenomenally here, and he's going on match point now, or that was on match point. Now he's going to Fighting Spirit, and actually I have a knock on my door, so if you want to take it, Rinchin.
Yep. Deja's going to go away because he doesn't know how to ignore the things around him. Cal going to get a probe inside. Going to get a scout up pretty quickly. Jaedong, for once, not getting his overlord in the scouting in the right direction. He tends to do that, just freaking psychic. Cal's going to be trying to be a little bit annoying with his probe yet again. Just get the full scanning out. I think that was an overpull, actually, for him. I think Deja's back as well, but let's see. Drone going to come out. Yeah, Cal's going to be annoying. We're just going to see when he puts down the pylon as well. It's going to start off. Not sure. Think he got the first shot off. So Drone doesn't want to engage him. Just Probe going to stand around here, deny the natural expansion for a while. Going to be forced Jaedong to go pick up a third somewhere else, a third, second base, something like that. Meanwhile, Cal just puts down his forge, and hopefully this time he'll play a little bit safer. Put down his cannons before he puts down his nexus. Just get his macro up, get his ground army up.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't try to cheat anything this time. He should be okay. The rush distances on Fighting Spirit, even at this close position, still pretty good for Cal. Should be fine in terms of that. Another drone coming out here. We'll see if Cal is able to harass that. Hopefully he didn't fall too far behind there. And the Nexus before cannon. Once again, Nexus before cannon. So cheating a little bit, but we'll see if he gets away with it. I think he might this time. It doesn't look like Jaedong's producing Zerglings quite yet, so I think he'll actually get away with it this time. But yeah, and it is very, very risky, and I think it's going to pay off this time. But last game we saw what happened. If you open up a gap for Jaedong, you better watch out, and because Jaedong will make you pay. Jaedong and Flash, both those guys will make you pay for every single mistake you make, and that's the sign of great players, and that's what these guys are. And to beat great players, you have to have something great in you yourself, and I hope Cal can come up with something a little better than this game, than last game. I think if he just played confidently in himself, just plays his game, doesn't need to go with a single Zealot pushing out real early, doesn't need to do these kind of goofy tricks. I think his PvZ is really, really good. I think he can actually hang with Jaedong if he would just concentrate and just play his normal game. I think he would actually be able to put up a good fight against Jaedong.
Yeah, Jaedong was only producing 2 Zerglings, so there's actually no fear from him there. I think he might even delay. He knows that's coming. There's no pressure coming, so he might even delay his second cannon for a while. Jaedong, meanwhile, waiting for his natural expert to come up. Yeah, 7 score before second cannon even. But Cal definitely, he's proven himself before that he can hang with Jaedong. I remember that in my first, 6 months of commentary when I was commentating on the last Pro League, first 2 rounds, I believe, of the last Pro League, Shinon Bank 0809. Cal beat Jaedong twice in there. Those 2 were great matches, and Cal simply out-macroed him. He got himself to the late game, got his Archons up, his Dark Archons up, his Corsairs in the air. He just played a solid PvZ, and he beat Jaedong. Mind you, I believe that was the days before Neo Sauron, or at least the days before Neo Sauron started totally, absolutely ass-whipping every single Protoss, which that lasted for a month. And then apparently Protoss are just starting to bounce back already. At least that's what I'm getting from it, and Stargate is going to be coming up for Cal. But I definitely think Cal is a guy that can hang with Jaedong, and I'm really interested to see what Jaedong decides to go for on this map. He does have his alert coming up. Don't think he's going to go for the mutasip switch twice. I think this time Cal might actually get himself defenses up for it. And Jaedong is actually the kind of guy that might expect that, losing a scouting probe there. But Jaedong's definitely the kind of guy that will go for mutas once, just so you will be wary of it the next game, and then you can completely skip it, but you already have wasted 300 minerals on a couple of extra cannons that you don't really need.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Cal actually produces a Dragoon there instead of a Zealot first. He actually skipped the early Zealot. That's pretty impressive there. And you know, I think he got good scouting information. So once he got good scouting information, he was able to see exactly what army he needed in order to defend.
I think he actually did get a Zealot out. He actually
oh yeah, he went Zealot, Dragoon, Zealot. Yeah, he did. And the Dragoon is actually pretty cool because that stops any sort of an Overlord. If an Overlord goes into his base, he can just send that Dragoon over there and pop it. So that's pretty cool by him. I do like that early Dragoon play. That's usually pretty cool. And some Zerglings come in here and probing for a little bit of a hole, but there is no hole there. Cal is ready this time, so Jaedong's not going to get a cheap early lead here. Cybernetics core already spinning here, so we'll see whether this is for range or for +1. Honestly, at this stage in the game, it could be either. We could be seeing Cal maybe going for that like 3-gate goon build that was not popularized, but it was effective a couple of times, so he could be going for that something like that, or it could be for +1 and more of a dedicated Corsair build. But if he is doing that, we would probably also expect a robotics facility to go throw down, so we can do some drops, whether with Reavers or DTs or something like that. So look out for the next tech switch. If we see another Stargate go down, that'll obviously be +1. And if we see another robotics facility, could be for I don't know. Actually, I don't know what it would be if it's a robotics facility. That would also be +1 then too, huh?
Yeah,
but talk myself into a circle.
He does seem to be producing Dragoons. He has to be kind of careful. Leaving a Dragoon out there in the open doesn't really want to get him picked up. Pushing out a little bit. It has 3 Dragoons alongside a couple of Zealots, so he's going kind of goon heavy, kind of preparing himself for everything. And but we're going to see what that happens. Several Corsairs, 2 Corsairs pick off the Overlord. Really should just start running for it right afterwards. Meanwhile, Cal already moving towards to attack, I think, putting on some pressure. Has 5 Goons alongside some Zealots. Meanwhile, Jaedong going to put down that Sunken Colony, but a lot of Goons. And I think this actually could be perfectly timed. I think the Goons are going to hit this place as soon as range hit it. So some Zerglings going to come up, try to catch those Goons. Some Zerglings coming in from the west as well. We're going to see what Jaedong actually does with these surround. Only 2 Zealots to block, so this might not be perfect. We're going to see how good this Goon micro is. Has to micro the Goons perfectly. He is going to get them surrounded. Already the Zealot's already dead. Only 1 single Zealot at the south. Not going to be able to act as a blocker anymore. Now 2 more Zealots coming to help defend. Still all of the Goons are alive, so Cal finally losing one, but still doing a pretty good job of microing them, but not doing nearly the amount of damage he would have wanted to do. Now going to be forced to run back.